my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. At a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
with this round here, I make a joke. Everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Ready? Y'all are waiting?
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Hatchet, hatchet. No.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
After the sack on first down, Breeze is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Check nine, check nine. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now Breeze on third down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 33 yards. That time.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. First down, New Orleans.
Ready. You ready?
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Into the red zone. It's Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara taking it in. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
They talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
It's just me and you. It's just me and Mike. Check 50. Check 50.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let him. Turn towards the mic. Let's go, baby. Turn it over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Five. Turn towards the mic.
Breeze now to throw. And that is incomplete. Tremont Williams there to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. "39 yards on the punt. Just 2 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's a gain of 14. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Let it check. Mike's 50. Check, check, check. Here we go, here we go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Check. Hey, Haywood. You kill. Tonight.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, exit. Mike 47.
Now Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Marcus Davenport, his second sack of the night.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Sherrills. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on.
Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't South off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad Pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head and when you ever overstated. Your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of a distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You wanna Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak, I'm the sick in the head.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready. Ready. 8. Ricky. 36.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Buying time to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Newton now on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Gun. 54's Mike. Gun. That's it. 54. Come on. Get it.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10, right at the 30.
Check four.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Safety's creeping. Check. Crunch. Pick the edge. Come. Alert flare.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check tight. 25. Check 43.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Mike 54. Squeeze, double. 49. Check 49.
Out of the gun. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl. Johnny Hecker on to punt for the Rams. DJ Moore is back deep waiting for it. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check, 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 check. 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton over the middle. That's complete to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there. First down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Check 8. You must be dreaming. Check safety, check safety. Great. Deuce, 8.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Newton. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, 32 yards. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Throwing again on second down. Goff, he's going to rifle one deep. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. picked off by Rashawn Golden. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he's got room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go-around, a first down as well. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Set it tall, fellas. Let's set it tall. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen. As the first half is winding down. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it first and 10.
Hey, let's go.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Gone. Flushed out right. And incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Returning it is Moore. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Set. Gun. 180. And let's get them home. Eight.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's 3rd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, switch gears. Check 99.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Target Samuel. A very solid gain of 27.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out.
Get the ball. Check.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ends up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton, he'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They're going for it with the option right. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. If people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Oh, but he's going to be met behind the line and taken down. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Goff. Throw complete right side to Cooks. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. Chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw again on second down. Goff. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the 22, Goff. Being chased out left. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end Everett. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Goff. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
20. Alert 3. Check. 8. Check.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Newton's going to throw it. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
20.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
20.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
Right there. Go. 54
Gone. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now gone. Now a desperation throw, deep down, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by James Bradbury, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set. Ready, 58. Gun. You run.
And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.